Hi everyone, welcome to our channel IonElectromethod classes. In this session we can understand the concept of how to balance redox reaction in acidic medium. How to balance redox reaction in acidic medium. See here, look at this example. In the equation, the MnO4 minus 2 Mn plus 2 is a reduction takes place, that is reduction of reaction MnO4 minus 2 Mn plus 2, because it gains electrons plus 7 to plus 2. So the MnO4 minus changes to Mn plus 2. So the reduction of reaction takes place. So MnO4 minus Mn plus 2 is a reduction of reaction. And the next one, SO2 to HSO4 minus. In we are observe SO2. In this SO2 contains 2 oxygens and HSO4 minus contains 4 oxygen. That means it increases oxygen atoms. So the number of oxygen atoms are increased, so oxidation takes place. However, in other times, the sulfur oxidation state is plus 4 and HSO4 minus oxidation state is plus 6. So it loses electrons to form plus 4 to plus 6. So it can SO2 to HSO4 minus is a oxidation of reaction. In the first step is we are separate which is oxidation reduction reactions and which is oxidation and which is reduction of reactions, and we are separating two cases. In case 1, oxidation of reaction SO2 to HSO4 minus, and case 2, reduction of reaction MnO4 to Mn plus 2. In the step A, we are observe the SN, that means we are except oxygen and hydrogens. Except oxygens and hydrogens, we are separate other atoms. That means we are balance other atoms. In this except oxygen and hydrogen, and the other atom is sulfur. So in this sulfur we can balance in LHS and RHS. The sulfur atoms are balanced already. This is balanced sulfur atoms. And the next step, balance oxygen atoms. We are balance oxygen atoms. How to balance oxygen atoms? By adding H2O molecule. We are balance oxygen atoms by adding H2O molecule. So in the first one, see here, step A, SO2 to HSO4 minus. In this right side 4 oxygen atoms are there and left side 2 oxygen atoms are there. So we can balance oxygen atoms by adding left side 2 water molecules. So 2 SO2 plus 2 H2O gives rise HSO4 minus. And next step, balance hydrogen atoms. We can balance hydrogen atoms. We are add H plus ions. In the LHS, that means left side 4 hydrogen atoms are there and right side 1 hydrogen atom is there. So that's why we are add 3 H plus ions. 3 H plus ions are right side. SO2 plus 2 H2O gives rise HSO4 minus plus 3H plus. And then in first step is except oxygen and hydrogens and the other atoms are balanced, and the next step is we are balance oxygen atoms, and next step is we are balance H plus ions in acidic medium, and the next step is balance charges. We can balance charges. We are adding electrons. So in SO2 having 0 oxidation state and 2H2O having 0 oxidation state, so 0 plus 0, and HSO4 minus, the charge is minus 1, and 3H plus is, the charge is plus 3. So 0 2 plus 2. So the 2 electrons are balanced to right side. SO2 plus 2H2O gives rise HSO4 minus 3H plus 2 electrons. So the charges also balance. And then see here, reduction of reaction. In reduction of reaction is MnO4 minus 2 Mn plus 2. MnO4 minus 2 Mn plus 2. In the reduction of reaction, except hydrogens and oxygen, we are balance other atoms. So in these other atoms are manganese and other atoms are manganese. So already these are balanced. And the next step, we are balanced oxygen atoms. We are balanced oxygen atoms which is added to the equation water molecule. So MnO4 minus gives rise Mn plus 2 plus 4H2. Why 4 water molecules are adding this equation? Because in the left side 4 oxygen atoms are there and right side no oxygen atoms are there. So we are balancing oxygen atoms by adding water molecules. So in this left side 4 oxygen atoms are balanced. 4 oxygen atoms are there. 4 in right side we are add 4 water molecules. So that means 4 oxygen atoms are added. And the next step, we are balance hydrogen atoms. We are balance hydrogen atoms by adding H plus ions. That means in this right side 8 hydrogens are there. In left side no hydrogen atoms are there. That's why we are add 8 H plus ions in left side. So all these atoms are balanced. Oxygen atoms and hydrogens and manganese ions are balanced. And the next step, we are balanced charges. We are balanced charges. So we are add by adding electrons. Balanced charges by adding electrons. In these charges are MnO4 having -1 and 8H plus having +8. 2 Mn plus 2 having +2 and water molecule having 0 charge. So +7 to +2. In this +7 is higher and +2 is higher, +7 is higher. So we are add charges by balancing by adding 5 electrons on left side. So the equation turns to MnO4 minus plus 8H plus ions plus 5 electrons gives rise Mn plus 2 plus 4 water molecules. We are add so electrons on left side. And this equation is said to be 1 and this equation is said to be 2. The oxidation of reaction is said to be 1 and reduction of reaction is said to be 2. We are balanced both the equation on electrons. So that's why we are balanced oxidation of reaction is multiplied with 5 and second reaction with 2. So the electrons are, the equations are changes to like this. 5SO2 plus 10H2O gives rise 5HSO4 minus plus 15H plus 10 electrons. And second equation is multiple with 2. So the equation is like this. 2MnO4 minus 16H plus 10 electrons gives rise to Mn plus 2 plus 8H2. So the equation is like this. 5SO2 plus 2MnO4 plus H plus ions and 2H2O gives rise HSO4 minus plus 2Mn plus 2. So the 10 electrons on right side and left side are cancelled each other. The equation is like that. And the next step, in the last step, we are balance. We are check the equation. That means the sulfur atoms are 5 sulfur atoms. In these 5 sulfur atoms and 10 oxygens in this 10 plus 8 plus 2. So 20 oxygen atoms. In this 5 4s are 20. 20 oxygens are balanced and sulfur atoms are balanced. And the next hydrogens. The hydrogens are H plus 1 and then 4 hydrogens. So left side 5 hydrogens and right side 5 hydrogens are balanced. And the next step, charges are balanced. The charges also balanced. So this equation is, the balanced equation is correct. And the next balanced equation is H2O2 plus Fe plus 2 gives rise Fe plus 3 plus H2O. The H2O2 is a aqueous form and Fe plus 2 is aqueous and Fe plus 3 is also a aqueous form, but H2O is a liquid form. We are in the first step, we are balance, that means we are separate, which is oxidation of reaction, which is reduction of reaction. So in the first step, Fe plus 2 to Fe plus 3 and H2O2 to H2. H2O2 to H2O is a reduction of reaction, that means loss of oxygen atoms. So and Fe plus 2 is a oxidation of reaction, so it is a removal of electrons. So it is oxidation of reaction, and H2O2 to H2O is reduction of reaction. We are separate first step. In the first step we are separate which is oxidation of reaction, which is reduction of reaction. This part is in step 1 is a gains 1 mark. In the oxidation of reaction is a Fe plus 2 to Fe plus 3. So we can balance except oxygens and hydrogens, we are balance another atoms. Already this is a balanced equation. That means we are only balanced charges. So it is balanced equation. So Fe plus 2 to Fe plus 3. We are balanced charges. We are add plus 2 to plus 3. 1 electron is added to the right side. So this equation is changes to Fe plus 2 gives rise Fe plus 3 plus 1 electron. And the reduction of reaction, see here, H2O2 to H2O. We are balance oxygen atoms by adding water molecule. H2O2 gives rise H2O plus H2O. And then we are balance hydrogen atoms. So in this right side four hydrogen atoms are there, in left side 2 hydrogen atoms are there. So we can balance hydrogens on left side. We are add 2 H plus ions, H2O2 plus 2 H plus gives rise 2 H2O. And balance charges 0 plus 2 to 0. That means the 2 H2O2 charge is 0, 2 H plus ions are plus 2 gives rise, and water molecule charge is 0. So the 2 electrons is added to the left side. H2O2 plus 2 H plus ions plus 2 electrons gives rise 2 H2O. And the next step is we are balance charges. So if we are balance charges by multiplied with first equation is said to be oxidation of reaction is said to be 1 and reduction of reaction is said to be 2. We are balance charges by multiplied with 2 on 1 and 2 into 1. So the equation are changes to 2 Fe plus 2 plus 2 Fe plus 3 plus 2 electrons. This is a third equation, and H2O2 plus 2 H plus 2 electrons gives rise to H2O plus. It is a fourth equation. By we are add both the equations 3 and 4. The equation is said to be H2O2 plus 2 H plus 2 electrons. So the equation is H2O2 plus 2 H plus 2 electrons gives rise to H2O, and 2 Fe plus 2 gives rise to Fe plus 3 plus 2 electrons. In this left side and right side the 2 electrons are cancelled. So the remaining equation is H2O2 plus 2 Fe plus 2 gives rise to H2O plus 2 Fe plus 3. This is a balanced equation. The next balanced equation is we are balanced equation in acidic medium. The equation is Cr2O7 plus SO2 gas gives rise Cr plus 3 aqueous plus SO4 minus 2 aqueous. This is a balance. We are balance this equation in acidic medium by using IonElectromethod. In the first step already we are discussed in previous videos, that is which is reduction of reaction and which is oxidation of reaction. In step 1 we are separate which is oxidation of reaction and which is reduction of reaction. The Cr2O7 minus 2 to Cr plus 3 is the reduction of reaction because the electrons are gained, and the SO2 to SO4 minus 2 is a oxidation of reaction because the oxygen atoms are increasing. So just we are increasing oxygen atoms, so we are addition of oxygens, so that is tells us a oxidation of reaction. This is a step 1. This step 1 is carries 1 mark, and next one is the which balance oxidation of reactions and reduction of reactions. In step 1 we are balanced except oxygens and hydrogens, and the remaining atoms are balanced. So the step 1 is SO2 to SO4 minus 2, and the next step is balance oxygen atoms. by adding water molecule. SO2 plus 2H2O gives rise to SO4 minus 2 because in the left side having the SO2 contains 2 oxygens only and SO4 contains 4 oxygen atoms. So we are balanced 4 oxygen atoms on left side. We are at 2 water molecules. So oxygen atoms are balanced. In left side 4 oxygens and right side 4 oxygen atoms. And the next step is we are balanced hydrogen atoms by adding H plus ions. SO2 plus 2H2O gives rise SO4 minus 2 plus 4H pluses. Because in 4H pluses we are at right side on SO4 minus 2. So we are balanced hydrogen atoms. In the left side 4 hydrogens are there and right side no hydrogen atom is there. So we are balanced 4 hydrogen atoms. We are at right side 4H plus ions. And the next step we are balanced charges. We are balanced charges by adding electrons. In the left side the charges are SO2 charge is 0 and H2O charge is 0. And SO4 minus charge is minus 2 and 4H plus ions the charge is plus 4. So 0 plus 0 gives rise minus 2 plus 4. In this the 3 electrons, that means the 2 electrons are added like this on right side. SO2 plus 2H2O gives rise SO4 plus, we are balanced 2 electrons on right side. So SO2 plus 2H2O gives rise SO4 plus 4H plus 3 electrons. This equation is said to be 1. And next steps, reduction of reaction. In this reduction of reaction we are balanced except oxygens and hydrogens and the remaining atoms are balanced. In this right side Cr2O7 minus 2. That means except hydrogens and oxygens and remaining atoms are chromium atoms. So left side 2 chromium atoms are there and right side 1 chromium atom is there. So we are multiplied with 2. So balance chromium atoms. Cr2O7 minus 2 to 2Cr plus 3. And the next step, balance oxygen atoms by adding water molecule. Cr2O7 minus 2 to 2Cr plus 3 plus 7H2O. Because 7H2O we are adding right side. In the left side 7 oxygen atoms are there, but right side no oxygen atom is there. We are balanced oxygen atoms by adding water molecules. So we are 7 hydrogen, 7 water molecules, 7 oxygens. So on right side Cr2O7 minus 2 to 2Cr plus 3 plus 7H2O. And the next step is balance hydrogen atoms. We are balance hydrogen atoms by adding H plus ions. In this right side 14 H plus 14 hydrogens are there and left side no hydrogen atom is there. So we are 14 H plus ions on left side. So the equation is balanced on atoms. And the next step is we are balanced charges by adding electrons. The charge is Cr2O7 charge is minus 2 and H plus ions 14 H plus ion charge is minus plus 14 gives rise and 2Cr plus 3 the charge is plus 6. That means the charge is plus 3 into 2. So the charge is plus 6 and the water molecule charge is 0. So in the left side charge is 12 and right side charge is plus 6. So we are 6 electrons on left side. So the equation is turns to Cr2O7 minus 2 plus 14 H plus 6 electrons gives rise 2 Cr plus 3 plus 7 H2O. This equation is 2. The first equation we are balanced charges. The first equation is multiplied with 3 and second equation is multiplied with 1. So the equation ours changes to 3SO2 plus 6H2O gives rise 3SO4 plus 4H plus 12H pluses plus 6 electrons. So we are both equations we are at 3 plus 4. So the equations are like this: Cr2O7 minus 2 plus 14H plus 6 electrons gives rise to Cr plus 3 plus 7H2. And the next equation is 3SO4 plus 6H2O gives rise 3SO4 minus 2 plus 12H plus 6 electrons. So by adding all these equations, so the equation is like this: 3SO2 plus Cr2O7 minus 2 plus 2H plus gives rise 3SO4 minus 2 plus 2Cr plus 3 plus H2. So and the last step is we are check this equation. The number of atoms and number of charges are balanced or not. So we are balanced this equation, correct equation. This equation is correct. Thank you. Please subscribe and share and like.